All right, we'll play. You guys want some tunes first? I start my videos with some tunes to get you fired up and ready to learn. Hey, so turn it up. Actually, I don't know if there's any words to this one. Just an instrumental. Ooh, turn it up. Is there going to be words, you guys think? I don't know. There are some words. And take a look around the room. Yeah, looking around. All right, anyways, let's get to work. All right, what do we got? This one might be a little bit longer because we've got two portfolios that we gotta get squared away. We got Jason and Malik. Isn't that great? They're gonna get married and they're gonna save their money individually and see who's got the greater rate of return in the end. Let's get to it. Let's do Jason's first. Okay, so he's got a 10-year 2000 GIC that earns 4.2 semi-annually. That one seems pretty straightforward, right? So we got, let's name it a GIC. What's the principal? $2,000. Future value. Whoops. Future value is, well, I need a calculator for this one. So let's grab this thing over here. And I'm just going to move this over. Just so I can see both at the same time. And then I'll expand it later, okay? Okay, so 10 years. Payment frequency semi-annually. Bam. Bam. Present value. 2,000? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Future value, we do not know. Semi-annual deposits, 0. Interest rate, 1.8. Excellent. How many years? 10? Yes, 10. Okay. And survey says future value. Ooh, nice job, Jason. Let's copy that. Let's paste it over here to the future value. 2,000. It's not a bad return. So $2,000 that earns 4.2. Oh, I got that interest rate wrong. Oops. I just read it wrong. 4.2. Let's try this again. 4.2. Get rid of this. So we got a present value of $2,000, 10 years, 4.2. Future value, there, that looks better. $3,000 bucks. All right, let's paste that into here. Sweet. Okay, next one. Savings account that earns 1.8 compounded weekly. It says weekly. I'm just going to change it to bi-weekly. Okay, I think there's a little typo. Actually, I got to get that squared away just because there's no weekly on the calculator. Anyways, so let's go ahead and figure this out. So this is the savings account. Yeah, savings. Perfect. Okay, we'll do the principal later. Let's do the final value first. So present value is 0. And how is it? It is, I'm going to say bi-weekly. So to change it to bi-weekly, there's actually 26 payments in a year. Okay? Hopefully you guys could figure that one out. So future value, we don't know. Bi-weekly deposit is going to be, it says 55, but we're going to double that to 110 because he's going to do it, every second week. And the interest rate that he gets on this is 1.8. Not very good, but that's normal for a savings account. Okay? And how long? 10 years. Yes, 10 years. Future value, survey says, woo, look at that money, hey? $31,000. Could you imagine how sweet that would be? Okay, so that would be in the future value, $31,000. Now his principal here, we got to figure out how much he added in. So how much did he invest is what you're looking for here for the principal. So we got to do some calculations. Okay, so I am just going to simply figure it out. What do we got? So it's going to be equal to, how much did he put in? $55, but we actually changed that to 110 per week. So that's going to be for 26 weeks, which is essentially a year, for 10 years, okay? For 10 years, okay? So let's figure that out. So boom, there's the 28,600. That looks about right. And then you got 31. So he earned not much in interest, about $2,700 in interest. Next one, we have to do the bond. Now, notice it's broken up into 2 bonds, right? So there's bond number 1 here, in which he invests for the first 5 years. Okay, so what is that going to be? 5-year bond that he invests. So what is that? $4,000 bucks. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's figure out the future value on that. And that is going to be, how's it compounded? Quarterly. Boof, boof. Present value, 4 grand. Yes, 4 grand. Future value, we don't know. We're looking for that. Quarterly deposits, actually 0. He only does it once. Interest rate is 3.9. Plug that in there. How many years? It's 5 years. And end of period. So how much is it worth now? Quarterly, I got everything right. Hope to see. Yep. Sweet. $4,000. Let's plug that into here. Now he's going to reinvest that money. Okay, so he's going to take that money and reinvest it. So now in bond number 2, we're going to say he's going to grab this money right here. Okay, so that's a starting value. And let's figure out what the future value. Let's assume that it's still compounded quarterly. Okay, so we're going to keep this at quarterly. The present value is now this stuff right here. So we're going to move that over there. We're going to solve for the future value. Delete. Quarterly deposits still none. The interest rate has changed, so now it's 4.1. And it's still for another 5 years. So let's go ahead and find out $5,900. So that's pretty sweet. So let's plug that into here. Okay, so now to do his, to grab his portfolio to make sure that this is all squared away properly, we got to do a little bit of finagling here, because for this bond, he actually didn't invest this $4,800, right? So we got to adjust this so that we want the sum. Let's zoom in here, actually. I'll zoom in. Let's try this. All right, so we want this to be only these top 3 columns, right? So if we say equals sum of, get out of here, equals sum of these 3 right here. Does that make sense? And again, if you don't like using Excel and you don't want to use a spreadsheet, then just punch these 3 values into a calculator. You'll get the same thing, $34,600. Now what about this product? It's actually, we can't add both of these because he doesn't have $9,000. He only has $5,900. So we want to get the sum of this, this, and this. Can I do it together? No. So I got to do it. So I'm going to say this plus this plus this. All right, so 40,000. Okay, so there's his rate of return. That's not bad. And again, how am I doing rate of return? I'm looking at this. The current value of the portfolio, which is this guy right here, minus the previous value, boom, which is that right there, and then divide by previous value, which is that guy right there. And that's essentially what these things are doing right here, okay? The other way I like to show you guys or teach you guys, you may have seen, is the interest divided by the current value of the portfolio, which is what you have right there. All right, let's do Malik's. You guys ready to figure out hers? Let's grab this calculator. Where did I tuck it back here? Okay, so for Malik's now, I'm going to move this over so that we can zoom in. Let's get to work. So first one is, what does she do first? A tax-free savings account. So let's go ahead and call that tax-free savings account. Principal, we'll do the principal last, okay? Let me just zoom out, grab this calculator. What I'm going to do is just move this over here. Okay. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, principal, future value. Yeah. So let's zoom in. Okay, so we've got tax-free savings account that earns 2.2 compounded monthly. So let's change this to monthly. Bam, bam. Balance of 5,600. 5,600. And I'm also going to tuck that into this right here. Future value is, that's what we're solving for. Don't trust this yet. Monthly deposits, nothing, right? Current compound, yeah, he just has the money in there once. Interest rates, 2.2, not bad. How many years? 10 years, again, because it doesn't actually say in this part, but remember they're doing it for 10 years total. Okay, and let's see how much it's worth. 6,000, nice, almost 7,000 bucks. So we'll put that in here. And so she's earned $1,300 in her savings account. Good job, Malik. Okay, next one. Purchase at the end of each year of CSB, Canadian Savings Bond. Bam. Principal. We'll do the principal last. Let's get the future value first. So how's it compounded? Annually. Boof, boof, boof. How much? Present value, $0, right? And future value, we do not know. We're solving for that. Annual deposits are 500 bucks. And what's the interest rate of the savings bond? 3.6. And how many years? 10 years? Yes. Compounded annual. Let's see what it's worth. 5,000, almost 6,000 bucks. Not bad. All right, what is the principal? So how many times did she buy the $500 savings bonds? Well, she bought $500 savings bond for 10 years, right? Yes, for 10 years. So let's just times that by 10. So it's 5 grand. So 5 grand, and she got a return of 800 bucks. That's not bad. Finally, another savings account. This one's not tax-free, so this one's simply just a savings account. Okay, we'll have to do principal last because again, she's doing there's compound periods in there. So anytime there's a recurring payment, probably do the principal last, or I like to do the principal last. So let's do the future value first. Okay, so future value is savings account 1.3 compounded monthly. So let's change this to monthly. Nothing to start. Future value we're going to solve for. Monthly deposits 200 bucks. Interest rate 1.6. Typo, 1.6. And how many years? Is it 10 years? Yeah, 10 years still. Did I forget anything? Looks good. Boom, future value, survey says 26 grand. Woo, way to go, Malik. So we're going to plug that in here. Seems like a lot, but let's figure out how much she actually invested. So we're going to say she did, by the way, in Excel, anytime, or Google Sheets, anytime you want to do math, you just start it with an equal sign, and then you can just multiply things out, okay? So you could just treat it like a calculator. Anyway, so the savings, she did 200 bucks a month. So I'm going to times that by 12 because she, for one a month. And then for how many years? 10 years. So let's times that by 10. And both. And again, if you don't like using these calculations in Excel, you can do it on paper. You could do it in a calculator. Okay, I just like doing it because it's handy. It's all right there. So she's got her 25,000. Now, when we add this up, do we have to take care of anything special? Not really. How about this one? No, that one's squared away. That one's squared away. So I think we are done. Let's just find out. I'm just gonna maximize this, move it over. Actually, I still want you guys to see. Hey, how's it going? Okay. So the rates of return in 10 years, whose portfolio will have a greater return? And it looks like Jason's. And why? Which one earned the most? Whew. Probably that savings account. Hey? Nah, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't calculate the rate of return of each one. But anyways, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully I didn't scare you away from math. I love math. Me too. Excellent. And